there. So if you've been curious about HomeExchange but totally confused about the whole exchange part, like do we have to swap homes at the exact same time? What even are guest points and how does this actually work? Stick around because I'm breaking it all down in this video using the HomeExchange trip that I'm on right now as an example. We're spending 5 days in this beautiful Boulder, Colorado home. And while comparable places on Airbnb, we're talking like same size, same neighborhood even, are going for more than $4,000 for the week, we're here using guest points. So let me show you exactly how this works. Hey there, I'm Kristen. I've been doing HomeExchange for about 8 years now. We've done almost 50 of them. And honestly, the guest points thing tripped me up at first too. I got the basic concept of home swapping, but then I would see things like guest points or reciprocal or non-reciprocal exchange, and it would all just kind of turn into nothingness in my head. So today I'm going to explain it to you in the way that I wish somebody would have explained it to me when I was starting out. So to begin, there are basically 3 ways to swap homes on HomeExchange. The first way is probably what you're picturing, a traditional swap, where we stay at your place at the same time that you stay at ours. That's called a reciprocal exchange. Pretty straightforward. But you can also do what's called a non-reciprocal exchange, where we don't swap houses at the same time. For example, you might come to my house in January and I go to yours in like June. And then there are guest points exchanges. So like this Boulder exchange that I'm on right now, this is a guest points exchange. The couple who owns this house, they're not coming to our house at all. They're in New Zealand right now. We earned guest points from hosting people at our house a few months ago, and now we're using those guest points for our exchange here. It's kind of like airline miles, except instead of flying, you're staying in people's homes. You host people at your place, you rack up the points, and then you use those points to stay anywhere in your HomeExchange network when it works for you. So you're probably thinking, cool, but how do I get guest points if I've never done this before? This is actually really awesome. So when you first join HomeExchange and you fill out your profile, they give you 800 welcome guest points just for getting set up. And then when you activate your membership and you pay the annual subscription, you'll get another 500 guest points as a bonus. So right off the bat, without doing anything but signing up, you've got 1,300 guest points. So just to put that into perspective, this 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in Boulder that we're staying at is 242 guest points per night, which could mean that you could stay here for 5 whole nights without hosting anyone at your house first. You can literally join HomeExchange and immediately start planning a trip. Then going forward, here's how it works. Every time you host somebody at your place, you earn guest points based on how many nights they stay and what your home is worth in the system. So what's my home worth in the system? Great question. As for how guest points are calculated, that's really based on things like how many people can sleep there, where it's located, what amenities you have. This Boulder place sleeps 6 people. It's in a great neighborhood. It backs up to a park. It has bikes that you can use, a lot of great features like a really cool office space. You get the idea. Our home in California is worth 200 points per night. So when we host people, we earn 200 points per night. And then we can accrue all those points and use them to stay anywhere we want to stay. Okay, I want to show you around this place because I think this is where you really see the difference between a home exchange and a rental or an Airbnb. The first thing I noticed when we walk in, there's a welcome note from the homeowners with some teas and little treats, as well as Boulder guides and restaurant menus. There's suggestions for coffee shops, hiking trails. All of this is really awesome because you're going to get a completely different set of recommendations if you're just looking for what to do in the tourist guides. Locals know the best restaurants right now, the places that aren't going to be overpriced and that are going to give you a more authentic feel for what their city is like. I always appreciate a good kitchen, and this one is stocked with more than just the basics. There's olive oil, spices, coffee, tea. I didn't have to go buy all of the basics just to stay here. Because this isn't a rental property, it's someone's actual home. When you're staying somewhere for a full week, it's really nice to have a refrigerator and a microwave at minimum. We went to Trader Joe's, we got all of our favorite things to eat, and we come back and use their olive oil and salt and pepper. It just saves so much money eating out, and honestly, I think it's a lot of fun to cook in somebody else's kitchen. As for the bedrooms here, they've got 3. We're only using one of them, but it's a really nice one. California king-size bed, which is nice for my husband who's 6'4". And there's a little loft office up there, which is really cool because we're actually working a lot this week, and my husband's up there right now taking a Zoom call. But this is my favorite part. We back right onto Scott Carpenter Park. The pool, the playground, miles of trails are literally right out the back gate. They have bikes we can use to ride the Boulder Creek path into town. The other part that makes a home exchange feel different is the relationship part. I've been emailing with our hosts for the past few months. They know we're considering Boulder as a place that we may want to retire, so they connected us with their daughter who's a real estate expert. They love to travel, so do we. I know these people now. It's like we have new friends in Boulder. And at the same time, staying here at their house feels like we're staying at a friend's place. It's not a transaction. It's not a sterile hotel room. All right, so let me answer the questions I know you're probably asking because I had all the same questions. Number one, do I have to use GuestPoints? The answer is no. You can still do traditional swaps where you both trade at the same time or non-reciprocal exchanges. GuestPoints just give you a little more flexibility for when that doesn't work out. What if I don't want strangers in my house? Totally fair. But here's the thing, everyone on HomeExchange is also opening their house to people. So everybody's incentivized to be respectful because their reputation's on the line too. You can read reviews, you can message back and forth, you can video chat before confirming. You're not just blindly saying yes to random people. One thing people often think is that reciprocal changes are somehow safer than GuestPoints exchanges, but that's not actually true. Everybody goes through the same vetting. They leave reviews, all that stuff. The only difference is timing. What if my home isn't as nice as the places I want to stay at? This one trips people up a lot, but honestly, it's not really about your house being a mansion. It's about location and availability and hospitality. Like maybe you live in a regular house in a cool neighborhood, but you're available during cherry blossom season in DC, or you're near a national park, or you have a cute place that's perfect for a family with little kids. Somebody out there wants what you have, not the exact same thing that they already have. So full disclosure, I sort of mentioned this earlier, but we're not just on vacation. We're actually using this trip to test drive Boulder as a potential place to retire. At the same time, my husband's visiting a client of his nearby, so this is sort of a work trip too. This really was just a great chance for us to see what it's like to live in a neighborhood rather than visiting as a tourist and staying in a hotel. We could see what it's like to grocery shop in Boulder, to bike to the farmer's market, hang out in the park, deal with rush hour traffic, all the stuff. It's giving us a way more realistic picture of what living here would actually be like. Plus, we're doing it without dropping $5,000 on a rental, which means we can afford to come back and test drive a few other places that we're considering too. So yeah, that's how GuestPoints work. That's how we're here in Boulder this week. And honestly, once you understand the system, it's a total game changer. If you're thinking about trying HomeExchange, my advice is just to set up your profile. Get those welcome GuestPoints and start browsing. You don't have to commit to anything right away. Just see what's out there. You might be surprised. You might find your dream vacation. I'm going to put a link to HomeExchange in the description below if you want to check it out. And if you want to see more of our exchanges, like that Hawaii swap we took with our teenagers last summer, or the hidden pool house we stayed at in Portugal, my heart is still there. Subscribe because I'm going to share all of it, the good, the bad, and yes, the messy. We'll see you next time.